Welcome to Music with Mrs. Avery. Hello everyone, I have a new instrument to introduce you to, but before we get started, I would like for you to pause this video so that you can go and get your world instrument tree map. Now that you have your world instrument tree map in front of you, I would like to introduce you to the water drum. This drum is in 3 pieces. Each piece is made out of the same thing. Can you tell what this drum is made out of? So, the water drum is made out of gourds. And these gourds grow on trees in Africa. So the water drum is an African instrument. And it's spelled just like I say it, water drum. So go ahead and add water drum under Africa on your world instrument tree map. So this is half of a gourd. So these gourds are quite large, and these gourds grow closer towards the equator, where it's very, very warm. Pretty neat, right? So this is a real gourd. The inside you can kind of see where they took out all the insides. And you can see that from use, the gourd is starting to rot. So eventually, after I continue to use this, this will eventually rot a hole through the gourd, and then I would need a new one. So this is a real gourd from Africa. And you will see the outside has some African tribal symbols just for decoration. So this is a really neat instrument, and there's a lot of science behind it. So we are going to kind of look at that science a little bit. So this piece here is the stand of the drum. This piece here is the base of the drum, and it's called the water drum. So I am going to fill this gourd up about 3/4 of the way with water. Okay, I have filled up this gourd about 3/4 of the way full with water, and it's very heavy. So I'm going to take this larger gourd, and remember this is the base of the drum. So that's the stand, here's the base. So this larger gourd is going to sit on the stand like so. Now this gourd is going to be the head of the drum. So remember, the head of the drum is the part that we would play. So what you do with this piece is you lay it right on top. Now, have you ever been in a pool or at the beach and you've had a bucket and you've turned it upside down and you have placed it on top of the water? It creates a vacuum seal. So that's what's going to happen here. So when I place this gourd down in the water, it's going to create a vacuum, and the inside of this gourd will not get wet. It will stay full of air. That air gets trapped inside. So let me show you that. So I'm going to place this gourd in the water, and it sort of just floats on top. Let's see if I can kind of turn that. And now if I pull it straight up and out, you will see that just the edges are wet and the inside never gets wet. So it creates that vacuum and all that air gets stuck inside. So when I place it on top, if you gently try to pull the head up, you can feel it pulling it back. You can feel the suction that it has created. So I'm going to tilt this just a little bit. So when we play the water drum, we'll use our hands and we will tap the top of this gourd. And what's happening is the sound is building up inside of that air pocket that's inside of the head of this top gourd. And then those sound waves travel through the water and out and to our ears, which is so cool. So let's listen to the water drum. Here is a closer look. Remember, when you tap the head of this gourd, that sound builds up in that air pocket that is inside. And then those sound waves will travel through the water and out. If you look really closely, you may see that the water is moving, and those are those vibrations moving through the water. Watch. You enjoyed learning about the water drum from Africa. Don't forget to add water drum to your world instrument tree map under Africa. For your assignment in Google Classroom, you are going to answer a question about the water drum and about how it produces its sound. I can't wait to see your answers. Thank you for joining me.